Another Zerg. This time we have the second Zerg player. He's not really all that successful thus far. We have to the bottom left of dual side the Prime player known as
BBoongBBoong Prime.
BBoongBBoong Prime, and he lost the first 2 matches. He lost to Yu-Gi-Oh! And, well,
he's got a lot of fans actually in the crowd, man.
yeah, he's got some fans here in the crowd, but it's not going to be an easy task out of him. We have his opponent starting to the right side, starting for Complexity Gaming in the blue color. He is known as
Complexity Heart.
Complexity Heart. Both of them down 2 games, as we just mentioned. So whoever is going to lose this game will have 3 losses in his record in the up and down matches, and therefore no chance of qualifying for Code S. Will definitely be playing Code A next season. So let's see who's going to take the game.
Oh, look at all the BBoongBBoong fans. There's, you know, some fans from all over the world actually cheering him on here. Hatch first for BBoongBBoong going down, and a gas being taken for Heart. We all know that means Reactor Hellion Expand.
And well, in the past we've talked about it, but BBoongBBoong is actually, he named himself after farting noises.
Yes, that's absolutely accurate.
Which is odd.
Yeah, very odd, yeah. He is also known for eating bulgogi burgers at Team League matches, and oftentimes pizza after a victory. I like his new haircut. I do. I'm a fan of it. His old haircut was good. You know, I feel like the most stylish haircut out of anyone in this group, though, it's a tie between Squirtle and Yu-Gi-Oh! They both have really nice haircuts that complement their faces, and even before they get their makeup done and their hair is styled by our lovely makeup artists that we have, they look good, and they look even better when they get it styled, man. They're handsome pro gamers, let's just put it that way. Yeah. I know you have no thoughts on this, but...
No, I actually have thoughts on the handsomeness of some of them. I would put up, well, okay, you're right, to be honest with you, I'd never put that much thought into it, but if I would have to choose, I would probably put Oz up there.
Oh yeah, well, Oz's hairstyle is good as well. He's one of my favorites, but this is I was just talking about this group in particular.
You know that sounded creepy.
It's one of my friends, man. I like his hairstyle. I've complimented on it several times. I like to compliment people's hairstyles, man.
You never complimented mine.
Well,
wow, now I'm seriously offended. This is like, ooh.
Well, I will say your hairstyle looks a lot better after the makeup girls get done with it. To be perfectly honest, I think it makes quite the change. Nobody, you know, hardly anyone gets to see your hair the way it looks off camera because, you know, you're not on that many videos. There are some pictures of you out there and things of that nature, but...
Yeah.
I think it looks much better after you get it styled.
Oh, look, a spine crawler.
Yeah, there's a spine. Of course, this always happens in Korean TVZ. There's a Reactor Hellion Expand, there's a spine. These 2 things are necessary ingredients for Korean TVZ. You just have to have these things. Zerling Speed is finishing up here. We'll see if Heart is going to try to be aggressive with his Hellions. It's a wide open natural, but even so, with the Zerlings out in speed almost done, I don't think he'll be able to accomplish very much.
Yeah, the Zerglings are in the perfect position. They are just on top of the ramp in order to ensure that if the Hellions go for it, if the Hellions try to sneak into the base, they can stop them. Still in range of the Spine Crawler, which is very important. And at the same time, we have, well, Heart going for the expansion. We already built the command center, is now going for the orbital. And well, I don't know, I actually would have expected him to be a little bit more aggressive, BBoongBBoong that is. For quite a while I thought that he might go for some kind of roach banging attack that we've seen a lot of times on the road side, but he plays it more safe, he's going for the standard game. We have him now with the Evolution Chamber, and, well, the Hellions headed back trying to catch those Zerglings. And they actually are.
He does... I'm a little bit weirded out by Heart's choice to make a second reactor on a factory instead of just making the reactor with the barracks going later. He's making reactors and not using them. He's always got 1 free reactor. I find this really strange. but he's actually he's now using the factory to make a third reactor. We're going to see the build that we saw Maru do against Maro, actually, it looks like, where he builds several reactors with the factory and then switches the barracks, then goes with a very SC4U style timing attack with a ton of Marines, and when Stim is done, you just rally the Marines, and it can be quite deadly.
Yeah, to be fair about it, we never saw exactly against Moro how deadly it would be, because Moro already died to the Hellion pressure.
Yeah.
Both games, which was very sad, really unfortunate.
But this is actually quite scary. Now, he's even going to use one of the reactors, actually, not for a barracks, but for his starport. So he's going to have medevacs with this, and with a ton of Marines being pushed out, 5 Marines per cycle, with the amount of Marines he already has out. In fact, he's got 14 of them, and Stim. It's going to be tough to secure a third base. It's already tough enough as it is on this map, but to be put up against that many Marines with Stim, with no Baneling Nest. He does have the Baneling Nest on the way now. I'm a little bit surprised Hart's not hitting a timing. I mean, it looks like it was very designed to hit a timing now with Stim finishing, starts combat shields as he moves out, but he's just sitting back in his base. Something that BBoongBBoong has done has made him feel uncomfortable.
BBoongBBoong has a lot of gas already. I expect that we will see very, very soon a Spire. Spire is very strong with Mutalisk play on this map, and usually it's, well, we've seen Ultralisk play as well, but I think that Spire is actually the better choice. So we'll see if he goes for it, or if he starts with the Infestation Pit. Hart is moving out now, at least with a few Marines, tries to poke a little bit, secure the Xel'Naga Watchtower. The lair tech is done, and there's the Spire immediately, as well as the speed for the Baneling. So he's going for the Mutalisk trade, will transition later on into, well, if he transitions at all, quite often we actually see play just evolving around Ling, Baneling, and Mutalisk. And here comes the attack, goes in, takes the Hellions down, traps a few Marines, and tries to engage with the last few ones, but they are saved by the medivacs.
A huge Zerling run by, takes out a lot of reinforcing Marines as well.
BBoongBBoong very aggressive here, doing a good job taking down SCV after SCV, and the rest of the Zerglings gets in as well.
Oh, this is going to be so bad. So many SCVs going to fall here. Baneling's coming in as well, and I think Hart is dead.
I think so too. He drops down to 50 supply, even though he was able to force a cancel on the third base for BBoongBBoong. This is just so brutal. Our Terran player for complexity, he lost 22 SCVs. Now we have the small double drop that actually took down the third that we talked about at the second, and wow, he is doing a lot of damage.
Well, when those medevacs get taken up by these queens, though, the drop will end, and the Zergling attack is still ongoing right now. He can't land his command center safely. He's barely pushing it away.
And don't forget about, I think he built them, didn't he? No, he just did not build the Mutalisks just yet. He has 800 gas, which is a ton. In the main base, the last surviving Marines trying to drop again, trying to take down some of the Harvesters. Now finally we have the first Mutalisk being produced. This drop is still going strong. The Queen not enough to take down the Medivac, and 22 SCV kills to 12 drone kills. The third base being built once again by BBoongBBoong.
Yeah, the worker count now 46 to 27, and siege mode has started. The units for Hart, he's kind of regathered an army. He's going to start a second push here, but this wave will be even weaker than the last. So there's all these here. He only has one medevac right now with this push. Medevac has about 78 energy. It's going to be helpful, but he's only going to be able to heal one Marine at a time. This push is going to be very weak.
Supply blocked, and for quite a while.
Oh! That was close.
Yep.
Never attack into a watchtower with line of sight blocked around it. You don't know what's on the other side.
99 supply against 80, and well, he was a
I expected to move in with about, he's going to probably make about 8 Banelings that attack. He's set up a trap here. I think he's going to make like 8 more Banelings though and just roll in fairly soon.
He has a third base now. The third base just finished, and the siege mode is about to finish for Hart. But late. Did he just use one of... I don't really like his Baneling control yet.
Yeah, it's not always the best.
But setting up these traps, that's going to be a problem. Could be.
Yeah, it could definitely be a problem. He's got quite the extensive traps, and they're actually kind of in a weird position.
The third base will soon be pressured by Hart. Who needs to be careful.
He will have to scan.
Forces the scan.
And the main though, SCVs are going down like crazy.
Yep, he's able to harass quite a bit with these Mutalisks, but the third base is once again going to die. This time, no cancel is possible. Loses drones as well, and the third is definitely going to die. Hard doing a good job here, but still, BBoongBBoong is preparing his counter. Oh, we have the Banelings in the top being unburrowed, trying to get in. Oh, nice. That was so close. I'm actually impressed by Hart.
Sick reaction time by Hart. Oh my god.
That was insane, actually.
He does lose the turret, and a few SCVs and Marines are damaged, but
spotting this in time and then reacting perfectly to make sure that you don't take any damage.
That was amazing. Even so, he's been so far behind this game. He takes out the third base again. His army is still, as far as army supply, is still a little bit down compared to BBoongBBoong. And the work count is 59 to 31. He lost a lot of SCVs, but he's still holding in this game. He's got a firm finger, on the edge of the cliff. He's holding on by.
Just thinking about how much he lost early on when BBoongBBoong started his first attack, I have to say that Hart is playing very impressive here. Of course, it helped that he forced the cancel on the third. BBoongBBoong defended his second base a little bit poorly, but now there's the attack that could potentially kill Hart, and all the tanks are already gone. I don't like the bailing control by BBoongBBoong though, but it will be enough nonetheless.
Yeah,
too many stims. He stims too much here. He stimmed twice already in order to get the reinforcements.
There's a sick trap set up. Oh, he misses it.
Yeah, he had to stim twice in order to get the reinforcements there in time, and now another set of traps is being set up, but one of the Banelings has been spotted, and BBoongBBoong just rolls it back to the base.
Oh man, he's just barely missing all of the traps. By the way, might I say that the BBoongBBoong Mutalisk count is getting a little out of control. He's up to 18 now. He's got +2 on the way for his Zerglings, which are at 1-1 right now. +1 for the Mutas as well. Oh, I like this, sending a few Zerglings forward to eat the first shot and then sending the rest of them in.
Look at all these stims that he already used. The Marines are nearly dead when they engage, and this is just putting out so far behind. He loses another army and is now at 70 supply against 140.
Marines are stemming in to deal with the Mutas in the main, but there are not very many. He's actually going to have to get out, but in the meantime, a huge counterattack at the natural.
This is not going to end well for Hardwolf. Not at all.
Muta's taking out supply depots from the main. He may even go for some reactors. I think we're at checkpoint made at this point for Hart because he just cannot produce units anymore. He's constantly on the defensive, whereas his opponent has now resecured some bases, even defended the drops that Hart is sending out very well. There's another one even in the main now. The Muta's a little bit discontrolled there, but he will clean this up.
Yeah, he will definitely clean the job. Killed all the Marines now. The Medivac is going to die as well. Hart is down to 68 supply. We have now 4 bases for BBoongBBoong. He's going for additional drones, droning up once again, getting the Mutalisks into the picture. And we are miles away from a third base for Hart. He's mined out in the main base already, so he's on 1 mining base against 3.
Yeah, on average, about 800 minerals left per patch. He has 7 patches left, 8 patches, excuse me, in his natural. And his main base has got a few minerals left, about 600 left. He's not mining for them at all because he was harassed so heavily there. So he's running out of time, to be quite honest, to be quite literal.
This is a last desperate attempt of... I don't know
Oh, he's going to step on the Banelings? No!
But he stimmed again. He had to stim in order to retreat, and he just does not have the Medivacs. He stims way too much, and there is nothing he can do anymore. He is dying. He is just clinging on to this game because he knows that as soon as he GG's out of it, he will be down 3 games, and this is not something that he can afford in the up and down matches. This game will seal his fate. He will not advance to Codes. There is no way.
There's no way, unless he pulls off a miracle here.
And he stimmed again. He stimmed again. He stims way too much, and BBoongBBoong is playing this well. He's forcing all these stims. He's always getting in there and trying to force a stim, retreating. And how many Medivacs do we have? We only have 2.
And they're both out of energy. One Medivac is loaded at the top of the map to try to do a drop. But if he gets spotted, that's a huge chunk of his army. I mean, to put it quite frankly, he only has a few Marines left, and to lose all of these, which he will do, just puts him even further behind.
No damage
under
done
100
at all.
Another drop occurring down here at the 6 o'clock position. There are no drones to kill. He will perhaps get the hatchery. He only has +1 on these Marines, so yeah, he's just not even gonna kill it.
Yeah, the Blings are already in position, the Banelings as well, and this is He's doomed. He's doomed. He has 100 supply left, but there's just nothing.
He's desperately trying to clean up creep in the middle, but he's losing another 7 Marines now. The worker count at 44 to 68. He's been able to rebuild his SCV count, but he's so oversaturated. He does have a 3rd command center, and he should potentially lift his main to take a 4th base, but he just does not have the map control to secure either of those bases. The second it's spotted, which there are Zerglings all over the map to spot, second he's spotted, he will be losing a command center.
This is a little bit like whack-a-mole. Every single time one of the units of the Terran player pops out somewhere on the map, there's a huge force of the Zerg that just crushes it. He's trying to take a 3rd now, and the 3rd will be spotted, and then BBoongBBoong will just say, okay, well, this is not gonna happen. You are not going to take another base. Not on my watch, buddy.
He even burrows a Zergling underneath the command center, forcing another scan. Every scan so important, considering his economy is so bad right now. It looks like, oh my god.
Attacking into this is a huge mistake usually, but it does not matter in this case because BBoongBBoong is just so far ahead that it's a numbers game. And, well, let's face it, Heart doesn't have any.
No, he does not. All of the units of Heart falling here so cost effectively actually for BBoongBBoong at this point. GG.
GG, this is it.
Heart drops out 0-3. And BBoongBBoong scratching his head. He is hanging by a thread in this.
He has to hope for some kind of a tie.
Yeah. He may be able to get a Codes spot. A lot of money on the line here.
Yeah, definitely. Hard on the other hand, he knows that he is, well, he's out of it. He lost 3 games, so we will see Hard in Code 8 next season. And let's see how BBoongBBoong is going to fare in the next few games. It's gonna, well, it's getting intense now.
Yeah, things will heat up for sure. So, in that game, we saw a lot of traps set by BBoongBBoong, but the key first part of the game where he got that run by, that was it. That was like the moment where he had control of the game. He set traps to, basically the traps he set made it so that if Hart lost all his Marines on one trap, the game would just end at any moment, but he never hit any of the traps really. Like he just was lucky enough to avoid most of them and scanned quite often. But the traps forced scans when his economy was already hurt, and BBoongBBoong just played so patiently and safely. The only attack he made that was overzealous was the one at the end, but it doesn't matter because the game was over. He never overextended. He defended the drops pretty well. Even though he lost his external bases, his 3rd base several times, he just patiently remade another one and defended it as best as he could. He never lost his worker count. He never lost all of his army. He never allowed that Terran army to just barrel through. He never got that critical mass of Marines to sort of push through the middle of the map, so very patient.
It was a very, very nice game by BBoongBBoong, and I think that the next game is going to be pretty exciting.
I think this is going to be our epic. This is going to be the most exciting match of the night, in my opinion. I've been wanting to watch this one. Squirtle versus Keen. Squirtle, recently his PVT has been his worst matchup, but he has shown awesome games in the past. I can never forget Squirtle versus MVP in the Team League with Motherships, Blink Stalkers. It was the first time we'd really seen the new Team League maps like Terminus, for example. That was an epic match.
And it's also a very, very interesting match because of the group situation that we have right now. Squirtle and Keen were both players that were able to win their first 2 games. Keen with a little bit of an upset when he lost against Yu-Gi-Oh! So he's now on 2 wins and 1 loss. And this is going to be very interesting. If Squirtle takes this game, he is basically guaranteed a spot in Code S. He will have 3 wins and 0 losses. If Keen takes it though, then Squirtle will have his first loss. And once again, we have the situation where right now Yu-Gi-Oh!, Squirtle and Keen are in very similar positions. Each one of them can still claim a spot of Code S. We still have Avenge on 1-1. He only has 2 games so far, so things are going to get very, very excited and tense. Let's see how this is going to open up. We have Daybreak this time.
Yep, this is going to be, I don't know, I really think this is going to be the most exciting match we have so far today. I'm so excited. I mean, this, like you said, in the group situation we have, this is going to be awesome.
By the way, did it turn around? We have more foreigners than Koreans here for the first time since I've been in Korea. I think there are like 10 or 12 foreigners that I've just spotted by having a glimpse of it and more in the back. So there's a lot of foreigners here, man. There are a lot of fans. And they are betting on the games right now.
Yeah, they're actually getting really into it. I've seen a lot of the fans here today actually have never really seen StarCraft before, and they're just getting into it. I'm really excited about it, but I'm more excited about this game, Caldor. It is Squirtle versus Keen. The map is Daybreak. Both of these guys, the favorites to get out of this group. Who will win this match at the GSL 2012 Season 2 Up and Down Matches?